Okay, so can I just say this before we get started, before you introduce yourselves? I'm very, 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 very nervous because I'm such a huge fan of you guys' channel. Such a huge fan. And I came across you guys' channel on happenstance. I was not looking for you guys. I was literally just walking because I'm going through a hard time in life right now. And I literally just came across you guys' page, and you guys put a smile on my face. And once a week, you guys always put a smile on my face. So just want to start by saying thank you.
I appreciate that, man. You know, I don't know what you're going through, but it's going to get better. You know, we're in it together, seriously. You know, we got to, as creatives, we got to stick together, you know, mental health and, you know, just our insanity. We just got to communicate and let you guys know this is not a numb thing. We're not robotic. We're human beings at the end of the day.
Do it because we like it.
We do it because we like it, you know?
Okay, so, okay, professional now. Introduce us to who you are.
All right, I'm Tatiana Wilson, and this is Elliot Carter. I'm sorry. I'm Elliot Carter of The Controversity, and this is the most beautiful gal in the world, Tatiana.
Oh, wow. Okay, so how long have you guys been doing your thing?
Our thing. Like,
our thing.
Are you talking about like the channel or just like
the channel?
Yeah. So we've been doing this channel, and I actually saw Alex Snow in the chat. He was one of the reasons I started doing YouTube. So we started I started wanting to do a podcast back in 2017, and then it evolved into just a YouTube channel where we just talk social commentary. And then I guess my nerdness just came in. My nerdness of like comic book movies, television, and hip hop came in. They're like, all right, that other stuff you're talking about is cool, but you got to talk about us. I cannot resist. And of course, when I do anything, I have to bring in people I know, my friends, my family, my son, my girlfriend, who is very shy, by the way.
Just, no, she's not.
Oh, yeah.
I am.
She's very shy.
But I'm not.
Person I always have been.
Yeah.
So.
And the fact that she's willing to do this for me, you know, just it really touches me. Like she gets out of her comfort zone just to have fun with me.
Yeah, in the beginning I was just behind the camera. I just did all the extra stuff that I didn't have to be seen to do.
Right.
To make it flow. So he finally was like, come on, you gotta come over here and join me. So
yeah. Wow. So why the name Controversity?
So it started, my actual name was The Intellectual Controverse. And then, you know, when I would say, hey, subscribe to me, The Intellectual Controverse, they'd be like, what the hell did you just say? You know, how do you even spell that? You know, it'd be confusing. And then finally, in time, that evolved to like, all right, what's a different name for that on brand of being controversial? Because The Intellectual Controverse was my initials, IEC, and I just made up some names for it. The Controversy is just that minimized, if that makes any sense.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so first question, your screenplay.
Ooh.
Talk to us about that.
You wearing a wire? Huh? So this is my first screenplay. It's called Reset. And it's about a single father having to do things that he doesn't want to do for the love of his son. And it's kind of like a superhero, realistic superhero take. It's based off of my hometown, Callaway, Florida. And it's you know how The Simpsons is so small, everything happens in Springfield. So this is going to be one of those shows that it's all centered in this town called Callaway. And this guy, he's wanted for some things he did not do, and he's just trying to clear his name. And it's a really, it reminds me of like the Boondocks meets like The Boys. So that's my vibe of this, and that's all I'm going to say about it. But the script is done. I have somebody right now dealing with the concept art, and then hopefully we're going to get into animation stages, which is going to cost me a lot of money. We're not going to talk about that, but we're going to do it because it's my dream.
So you're looking for it to be like animation, not live action.
Oh no, I don't have the budget for either. But animation could be a little bit better because with this, I can't obviously. I don't have the budget to make people fly or do certain things that.
Or any gore,
Oh yeah.
like the money that it would cost to do like the boys type, effects.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money,
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's stuff like that kind of in this. So
I feel like
there's no way.
a cartoon or an animation would be the middle ground where like we can make it work, with our imagination and stuff like that. So, but I'm gonna have it like it's gonna be a mini series, so it's gonna come like in little spurts. Obviously, because I don't have a Hollywood budget, but it also might even evolve into a comic because I have it's a 7-part series, so I can't wait to show you guys more and talk about it more.
Word. Okay, so are you hopeful for the Marvel Universe minus Robert Downing Jr.?
Oh, for sure. I am for sure because the reasoning because he's the one that started it all off. But
Basically,
Marvel has
yeah.
countless heroes. I don't even know all of them, of course. I looked through a encyclopedia the other day at the bookstore. And I'm like, who the hell are these people? I didn't even know who the Guardians of the Galaxy were until they introduced us. So, they have so much that they could work with. And Robert Downey Jr., of course, he's a legend in what he did, and but he's not the only heavyweight for this franchise. Of course, Chris Hemsworth is still there. Chris Evans has been reported to come back, and of course, I like indie comics. Of course, I like The Boys, Umbrella Academy, and stuff like that. I want to see more of the unknown stuff. We got stuff like Chang Li coming out, I believe, and the Eternals, which I know nothing about, but I'm open-minded to have my mind changed of something new. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if they did it once, they can definitely do it again. And Iron Man wasn't like the biggest, character when they started out, but they made him out to be the biggest character.
Yeah.
So if they can do it once, they can definitely succeed and do it again, even though they're basically almost starting over.
Yeah.
In a sense.
It takes good writing at the end of the day. For me to fall in love with a raccoon and a tree, you could do anything with good writing. So yeah, I have high hopes for it still.
Do you think anyone's going to watch WandaVision?
Do you think anyone's gonna watch WandaVision? Is that the question?
Yeah, WandaVision.
Oh yeah, I mean we're all zombies to Marvel at the moment anyway, so whatever they put out, we're watching. I like
it. Wait, say that again.
We're all zombies to Marvel anyway. Whatever they put out. Say
That's
what?
Real. That's real though.
I mean, when you got a good track record at the end of the day, we're going to see what it is regardless. I didn't personally like Captain Marvel, but I went to check it out because they have a good track record. Right now, I'm liking WandaVision. It's not my favorite property that they have, but I'm intrigued. It's different.
I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm kind of nonchalant about it at the moment, but I'm excited to see where they end up. Because every episode, they're just adding a little bit more and giving you a little extra piece of what's really happening.
Yeah.
So that's kind of exciting to watch it slowly unfold.
For sure.
Do you think that's mainly because it's a combination of Marvel plus you're an Olsen?
An Olsen?
Yeah, because Mary-Kate and Ashley, who is this other chick?
I mean, yeah, you're showing my age right now. So yeah, I knew that. Okay, so you're talking about them being related to the Olsen twins.
Yeah.
Full House. Yeah, so they're gonna be replaying that Full House. I love what is her name again? The one that's playing Wanda?
You don't know her name.
Elizabeth Olsen. I think she's a very good actress. But yeah, I'm very bad with names, honestly. I'm good.
No, you're right. No one knows who she is.
She's if you see her outside the MCU though, she's a very good actress. So there was this movie called
phenomenal.
There's a movie called Wind River. She does a good job too. I think she's doing a good job on the show. But no, she outshines her sisters. I didn't even know that was her sister until Age of Ultron came out, and I saw the last name and stuff. I was like, oh snap! From my time period, I don't even know what the twins are doing anymore with their lives.
But so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we know two other twins, the sister twins, T and Tamara. They're not cracking,
Nope,
but you know,
Oh my God, yeah.
it looks good. Yeah.
Why do you think that we approve of villains' actions to justify our dark thoughts?
That's a good question. That's like the Joker, or like yeah.
That's a good question.
I think with good writing, you can whenever they did like Killmonger, where you could relate to what he was talking about, like the suffering of what's it called, the stuff that happens in America, the colonizing and stuff like that, and all the bad stuff that he went through. We understood his struggle as a character. Now, did we agree with what he wanted to do, wage war on the world? No, obviously we don't, because that's a terrible action. But I feel like when Marvel and other shows, if you can, the best part of writing a script is making you relate to the villain, no matter if you agree with them or not. I don't agree with the Joker shooting somebody on live television, but they showed us a reflection of how shitty his life was in the Joker movie to realize, oh, I get why he would react that way. You know, he's been shitted on.
I feel like it's kind of almost pointless to write a film or any sort of property that like doesn't cause a conflict within the people watching it. Like if you're only rooting for one person the whole time and you're not really thinking about anybody else or about the other side of it, then it's like, I don't know, it doesn't affect, I feel like, the viewers as deeply as it possibly could if you're kind of like, okay, well, obviously you want the good guys to win, but you can also understand why the bad guy is, you know, struggling with this and making his decisions. So it kind of forces like an internal conflict, I feel like, for the watchers.
Absolutely.
Wow. I never thought of that. Wow. Wow, okay. Okay. What are your thoughts on The Boys season 3?
Ooh, man, I can't wait for that. Honestly,
fun.
I'm digging into time travel so I can get to that. But I love The Boys. It's probably one of my favorite shows. The Boys, Mandalorian, Umbrella Academy. I love like just that indie comic vibe that they got going on. I not read the comics, but I've been like listening to the comics. There's this dude called Comics Explained on YouTube where I listen to, you know, the deep dives of the comics, and I'm doing that a little bit with The Boys. So I don't know who they're introducing. Whenever they say, hey, we're introducing this guy, I have to do my deep dive and understand what it is. But I love The Boys, the fact that they push the gory envelope, the fact that they don't give a fuck about anything they say or do, but also there's so much heart to it that, you know, makes sense, a reflection of what America is, and things like that. So I'm excited to see where this is going. It looked like it had an okay conclusion at season 2, but there's just so much they could work with as well. You know, they left a lot of doors open that where are they going with this? So I'm excited for it. If they need to take their time to do a great project, I'm cool with that. I understand that COVID's making things hard for people, but whenever it comes out, I'll be first in line to see that shit. For sure.
You said that you like how they don't really care about what they say or what they do, they just do it. And I think that, you know, one of the things that makes that so appealing is not just because it doesn't happen that often, but every time they do it, they have a reason for doing it. Like there's some reason behind what they're doing. It adds to the story, it adds to the characters. It points out, you know, something going on in the real world. Like there's a reason for every single little piece in that show, which is what makes it to be so super compelling to watch. Is not just for the gore and stuff like that, although that is really cool and I do like that. But it's a fun narrative to make you be like, oh snap.
What do you think the imagery of getting choked by a penis was?
That was hilarious.
What do you think the purpose of that? There's a deeper meaning behind that. Please explain to everybody what the deeper meaning behind that was. You better protect your neck. That's what that was.
Maybe not everything.
Oh, okay. I dig it.
It's fine. It's fine. Like kids don't look at my channel anyway, so it's fine. Do you guys look at your numbers?
Oh yeah, I'm very insecure. I look at them all the time.
Really?
But They are going up. You talking about like subscribe count or like viewers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I make a goal to make at least 100 views per video, and just I've had it like explained to me like with YouTube tutorials. Like, look, if numbers get you insecure or makes you feel down, picture yourself in the real world. If you got 30 views and you picture yourself on a podium talking to 30 people, that's
Yeah.
nerve-wracking. That's nerve-wracking. So, you know, 30 views is okay. 30 people thought you were entertaining enough to give a chance to. That's dope. You know, I have views like my Boondocks videos. The number one, I think it's at like 300,000. That's amazing. And then the one I just posted the other day is like less than 100. I think. You know, it just playing with the YouTube algorithm is just a game that you're gonna lose every time. It's just all about what's going on at that moment. So I stopped thinking too much about that. I just want to have fun. But yeah, I do look at them. I'm just like, man, this video was fire. Why didn't nobody check it out? Oh well, on to the next. You know, somebody. So I'll strike lightning again. It's just a matter of time.
Oh wow. I never thought about that. Okay. When is Avatar 2 coming out?
Avatar 2. Oof. I looked it up on Google. It said 2022. I mean, I thought Avatar was dope, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I like that Disney
Wait,
property. But
wait, why?
why? I mean, it feels like a retelling of like Fern Gully or Pocahontas. But for its time, it is like visually a masterpiece.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as the story goes, it's not a bad story. It's just we've seen it before. Like, oh, you're taking over our land. We have to protect this land. But you know, I do like sci-fi movie stuff in outer space. So I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I mean, there's other things I want to see before that.
Yeah, I think it's just come so far after the first one that like I think the excitement that at least for me, probably plenty of other people had for it has probably dipped down a little bit. Just because it's like, okay, well that, you know, what, 12 years ago or something?
11 or 12 years ago. We
So-
forget how far long ago. Time flies, man. Yeah, go.
I think if he had made it like a couple years after, like if he had just immediately said, okay, well this did really well, I'm gonna make it now,
Yeah.
he'd probably make way more money off of it.
That's what people are saying about like the new Coming to America. That was almost over 30 years ago.
I think that one has a bigger cult following.
But for sure, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it, but that sequel.
Wait, but why are you gonna watch it though?
I mean, obviously, I have an Eddie Murphy bias. Regardless of how terrible his movies are at times, he's one of the best stand-up comics of all time. You know, and we know what he's capable of. I think that's why we continue to go see his terrible movies, because we know what he's capable of.
Probably why he still puts them out too, because most people will see it.
Absolutely.
People think he's good.
Absolutely. You know, what if he's just terrible now? We all know he's hilarious. Like, Delirious.
Don't put that on him.
Delirious are some of the best stand-up comedy specials of all time. But what if he's just like, I just lost my funny, but people think I am, so I'm just gonna keep getting this money that people think that I'm gonna give him. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm a robotic, just like Marvel. I'm a slave to Eddie Murphy movies, I guess.
Was it? I was at the gym a couple weeks ago. I think it was called Norbit.
Norbit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was at the gym and I was like on the treadmill running, and like they had that on the TV. And then they had the subtitles, and I was like, this is a really funny movie. Right. And like I was like there for like 40 minutes. I'm like, oh, I should like stop running. But I'm like, this is a really good movie. Like this is very clever. Or is it good because I'm like bored?
Man, what gym do you go to, man? Y'all watching classics over there.
Right? Yo, okay. You were talking about Boondocks a little bit ago.
Right.
So, where are Riley and Huey's parents?
Oh man, you're gonna put that on me. Well, if anyone has not watched my Where's the Boondocks Parents at, please check that video out. It's probably one of my best videos ever made. But the comic books or the strips, which I have all of them, do not really explain where they are. There's hints, but I think sorry, baby Yoda, or Roku. Where the hell are you?
Oh, hi! Oh, hi! Oh, my God! Are you okay? Oh, that's welcome.
Do the thing. All right. So they don't really explain in the scripts what happened or in the show. They just, they just lived a life of living with your grandfather. We just assume something happened, but there's a lot of hints that they might have passed away. And the theory is that they died in a car accident and they were actually wealthy. And the granddad, which is Robert Freeman, says in one of the episodes that he inherited the kids' money, which would be assuming that their parents died. So that's why they live in a big ass house, and that's why they have money because of the death of the parents. That's the theory.
Word. Okay. What's the solution to illegal immigration?
Wow, that was a random ass question. I was like, wow, okay. I can't wait to hear your answer on this. I don't know if there's a solution. At the end of the day, I'm a human being that doesn't give two shits about immigration. My mother was an immigrant. She's West Indian. She was from England. They came here illegally. So if it would never have happened illegally, I wouldn't be here in America having the time of my life. I'm a human being that lives on this planet Earth. I don't believe in borders. But this is not a perfect world. So obviously countries own things and they have their borders. So I get the concept of like, this is our land, this is your land, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I do feel like there's American issues that are more important. Let's just say that we live in a gated community, right? And there's people jumping in the gated community, taking houses and just taking it as their own. Yes, that would be a problem. But at the same time, you go down the street and there's security guards in this gated community killing black people. And then you have the ones in this gated community that go to the school and they have to pay hundreds of millions of dollars to go to these schools. And then the medical is just through the roof for no fucking reason. And then we go to these people that are running this gated community and say, hey, I'm going broke. I need help. People are dying, all this other stuff that I just mentioned. And they look at you and like, well, what about these guys that are jumping the gate? We will look at them like, yeah, I guess that's a problem, but I don't want to die or I don't want to pay so much for medical and stuff like that. So I think at the end of the day, to an extent, I guess it's an issue, but we need to focus on like the main stuff first. That's just my opinion. I'm not a politician, but I just feel like there's other American issues we should look at before that. There's steps to go to. What do you think? Am I wrong?
No, I don't think that you're wrong. I don't know what the solution is exactly. But I'm also one of those people that I don't care, I guess. Immigration isn't really something that I look at as a problem.
No one's out to take my job.
And maybe that has something to do with like where we live. It's not something we have to deal with. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's slightly an ignorance thing on my part. I don't think that it is. But for me, it's just like, I definitely don't think that the solution is taking kids away from their parents. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
That is not a solution at all. That needs to be fixed ASAP. And for me, it's just like, these people aren't coming here for absolutely no reason.
Oh, for sure.
Like, they're coming here because they feel like this is a place that is safe for them to be here.
Yeah.
They are here taking care of their families. That is why most people that immigrate are coming here.
Yeah.
Because literally they're going to get killed, or there is war that they are stuck in the middle of and they don't have an option. They will die, most likely, if they stay where they are.
Yeah.
And to me, it's very inhumane for people to be like, yeah, well, I don't care. Like, because it's ultimately what you're doing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When you just say, no, you didn't do it right. Because any of us would do the exact same thing.
For sure. We got to understand,
for our family.
Like, the first point I made is we're human beings. So, like, we went in survival mode when we survived a hurricane. We had a Category 5 hurricane, and we had to do what we had to do to survive. Like, my house was destroyed. I didn't give a shit about being an American, a black person, or whatever label you want to put on me. I just wanted me and my family to be safe. I didn't care about that label. So I think a lot of those guys are in survival mode. Now, of course, you can point out random stories of like, hey, this immigrant did some bad things over there. that's human nature. A lot of people are going to do bad
A lot of
things.
Americans do
But
that.
I don't think majority of them are over here like, haha, I made it over. Sign for sinister things to happen. I'm going to go crazy.
No, they're literally going out here and making shit money.
Yeah.
Just to make sure their family is fed and has a roof over their heads, just like all the rest of us are trying to do.
For sure.
So the topic of immigration frustrates me.
It does.
Depending on, the person who I'm talking to.
I'm more scared of Karen than Pablo.
Karen. Karen.
Why do you think that is? I didn't send you guys this. Can I ask you something that I didn't send you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I was talking to a friend the other day, and we were talking about how Black women are the most
Beautiful queens.
scariest people on the planet, but we're all afraid of Karens. But we're not afraid of Black women. Like, does that make sense?
I think I kind of know what you're saying. Like, I'm scared of a Karen more than a Black woman, but obviously
I'm very scared. The past year I've been like super like
yeah.
noticing people being like, are you okay? Like, do you have your mask on properly? Like, like, with Karens and Black women, I'm like, okay, you're fine.
No,
what do you think that is?
I can't speak for Black women like you two, but I'm more scared of a Karen because, it's the fact that it doesn't matter about being tough. It doesn't matter about how any action is. Say that, for instance, that chick that called the cops on the Black dude in New York, Central Park with the dog.
Yeah.
She used her, she said, hey, there's a Black guy coming. She's signaling there's this Black guy coming harassing me. That means, I know what you guys do in the news. Shoot this person or, whatever it is. That's more scary than a Black woman, just going off on you. Like, that temporary, shit that you're going back and forth with Black, that doesn't scare anybody. It's just a human being going off on someone. But when there's power in the decisions like a Karen would make to get somebody hurt.
Yeah.
And that's what scares me a little bit more.
And I feel like it is kind of like a weird, not weird, but it is definitely kind of a shift because I do feel like people kind of are not necessarily scared, but tend to be intimidated by Black women.
Yeah.
So it is definitely kind of a shift. It's a nice shift. Like let's give it to someone else. But I mean I see what you're saying. I think it's really just because people kind of have stereotypes, obviously. But I think people have kind of come to realize that there's not something to fear. Like, we're not here to hurt anybody. But we also have video footage showing Karens intentionally trying to, cause a problem when nobody else was doing anything. Whereas I feel like for the most part, Black women are more like a defense mechanism when they, the ways that they react or something that might intimidate somebody. It's a reaction more so than like I'm doing this on my own to start, the problem. So.
Word. Okay. So when someone likes your photo, are they flirting with you?
I don't think so. I used to care about that like in high school. But I'm 31 years old now. Like high school, after college, I used to be like, why is this guy liking your photo? Or like, who is this? That's when I cared. But like, I'm just too old for that now. Like, I'm not that. I used to be crazy insecure. Then I noticed how stupid I looked being insecure. Like, why? If this girl doesn't want to be with me, am I gonna cry about it like I used to, or am I gonna just be like, change what I got going on? No. Now, Tony likes some dude's photo. Cool. I'll see if he was attractive. Let's see what he liked about it. Now, if she's in his DMs and they're DMing each other, like I know she's not gonna do. I'll be like, then that's the problem.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I don't care about that. There is people that have toxic relationships that's an issue, but that's not an issue for me. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I like J-Lo's pictures every day, so.
Yeah, no, I don't think that like liking someone's picture is really a big deal. I mean, I like stuff as I see it, and I genuinely like it regardless of who it is, or half of the time it's something that someone like created or made, or they're saying like, hey, check out what I did.
Yeah.
And it might be a guy, but I mean, it's not because I like them. I probably never talked to them before, so I'm just genuinely like whatever it was that they posted. But yeah, if you're in someone's DMs, like back and forth, unless it's just like, hey, I like your stuff. I think that's even okay.
Hey, if I'm posting a thirst trap, I'm expecting people to like it. It's for her at the end of the day. But if I posted it, why not? If nobody likes it, like what the hell? Then I start feeling insecure. Baby, does this picture not fire? So I don't trip about that.
I never thought of it like that. Oh my god. Okay. So we were talking earlier before about politics. Do you think that America is the world police, and should we stay that way?
Yes and no. I do feel like we are the world police, especially
we always have been.
We always have been. And then as much as I don't like Trump, it didn't start with him. Obama was the world police. Bush was the world police. Everybody that has that power since we colonized here has been like, hey, y'all got oil, let's save you. That stupid mindset. And I do think we can change. I like unity. I like when the United Nations come together and think of something that's going to help, like the environment. I guess that's my hippie side coming out. This war shit is just, I don't understand why we ever do it. It is always, sometimes has to do with religion, sometimes it has to do with politics or race. But I just don't understand like why somebody has to die because we have a disagreement about something. I've never understood that. So America needs to just stay out of people's issues when it comes to that and stop being bullies. And yeah, the government's watching and we're all fucked. Yeah.
Please don't watch me. I don't have anything to give you, government. Like you've already taken everything from me. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about Endgame.
Ooh.
I think it was Endgame. How was Thanos right?
I guess I can defend him. I don't think he's right, but I can defend him a little bit. I definitely think he's a psychopath. So he wanted to make sure things were clear for the universe. Like, hey, there's too much mouths to feed. Hey, there's a lot of pollution, all this stuff. And he's an environmentalist. I can respect why he wanted to do that. But I think he kind of had the God complex blocking his vision of, hey, you can make this world bigger, the universe bigger, instead of taking people out of it. Cap kind of agreed with him a little bit in the scene in Endgame where he's like, hey, I was in the Hudson seeing it was clearer than day and stuff like that. He was looking on the bright side of it. So I guess I understood why he wanted to do it. I just didn't think he thought all the variables out with that. So I don't think he was right at all. I think he's a stupid son of a bitch that killed his daughter. Canceled. Cancel Thanos.
What do you think?
I'm gonna have to agree. I feel like there's so many different ways that he could have gone to solve the thing that he felt like was the issue, which it definitely is an issue. I mean, we live in a world where we're constantly fighting world hunger and pollution and all these things that have gone wrong. And I totally get that that's a problem. But like you said, he could have made the universe bigger. He could have made the water clearer.
Yeah.
He could have been like, invent a world where pollution and stuff doesn't exist, but we can still have all the things that we have. He literally could do anything with the stones, and he chose the most awful way to fix his problem. So
now, in his defense, there's times I've been in Walmart. I'm like, man, I wish I had this Infinity Gauntlet. There's too many people in here. But for the most part, no, it was a dick thing to do, man. You killed Spider-Man. How dare you, man?
That's so funny because I was literally in Walmart. Oh my god, what was I trying to buy? I think I was just trying to buy like toilet tissue, and like there's so many people there. And, like I only had one thing, and I'm like, only have one thing. Like everyone has like 50 things. Like, can I just like skip the line? Like, is there like not an option? Okay, okay.
That would have been anything to do. I would have did it, let you do it.
I love when people do that. It's so nice. I had someone do that the other day. I literally had gone in for a bottle of hand soap. That's all I had. And this lady had like cans and cans of Coke and I don't know, a whole ton of stuff that took up the whole counter. And she was like, "Oh, is that all you have?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh, go, please go."
God bless
and I
you.
was like,
God bless you. Okay, tell us the secret behind your empire.
Ooh, my empire. Well, it starts with cocaine. I sell a
Oh
lot
my God.
I don't have
Don't
a
say that
cocaine.
as Floridian, because they already judge us.
So the secrets is honestly consistency and evolution. Honestly,
Wow.
I started on my just microphones. Then I had a phone. Then I had a camera. And I went back to having a webcam, and I'm in the process of getting a camera. You know, it's just evolution. You see something you want, you work to get it, and then when you get there, you give yourself another goal. So everything has been inspired by other people's. Like I'm a huge YouTube fan, just on everybody's YouTube. When I see something from like one YouTube channel, like, oh, okay, I'll take that. Then I'll take that. You know, everything is just like a Frankenstein monster from me being a fan of other people, and then just throwing my little salt in it. You know, at the end of the day.
That makes sense. Okay, DC or Marvel?
Oh, that's a complex one. As a kid, I used to love DC more. I feel like not even just in the movies, but comic book wise, I feel like Marvel has more fun takes on their characters, and I enjoy them a little bit more when it comes to that. Now, when it comes to in-depth writing, like just serious shit, I think I prefer DC. Like if you ever see the DC cartoon movies, they're amazing. If those writers should be in the actual movies. I would prefer some of those over the Marvel movies, honestly. But they have some in-depth, dope writers. So it's a draw. It just depends on what we're talking about. I guess comics and actual theatrical movies, I would go with Marvel. But when talking about the television shows and like the straight to DVD movies and some of their comics too, I would go with DC. They just got to get their shit together when it comes to the movies. What do you think?
I'm not sure. It's a little bit difficult sometimes just because really before him I wasn't like into superheroes or any of that. And then he's obviously super duper into it, so I have to be into it at least somewhat. But so I'm like slowly learning like more and more about everything and about the characters and stuff.
Thank you for your patience, Bob.
Thank you for your patience.
But I mean, from what I've seen from like DC and stuff, like I really do like some of like their animation and stuff that they've done. I really do enjoy that. But I've watched a lot more Marvel. So I feel like I'd be able to better answer it if I had more experience with DC to be able to like genuinely compare
You know what that means?
more.
We gotta watch more. We gotta watch more.
So I guess right now I'll go with Marvel just because I have like more experience and like knowledge about it. But
so tell us how you guys met.
How we met? Oh, church. We grew up in the same church together. So
No,
we're
you
from
didn't.
we're from
No.
yeah. We're from Panama City, Florida, which we're in Tampa right now, but we used to live in Panama City. And we grew up. I'm a little bit older than her, so I literally watched her grow up. And so we came together later in life. Obviously, she was a little younger than me, so I wasn't having conversations with her like that until later on in life. And then we've had a lot in common. Our parents live like 2-3 miles away from each other. We're really 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 close. I know her whole family my whole life. She's known my whole family my whole life, and we vibed a lot more whenever we came together. And I felt like she was my soulmate. In my time in my life, I knew what I didn't want. I've had so many girls that, just did not check my list of what makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, when you're in a relationship, you do have to be selfish because there is give and take to the other partner. Like, I have to sacrifice things to make her happy. But at the end of the day, you have to customize what you want too. If she's doing all the stuff that you're not feeling, it's probably not a good relationship. She checked every box that I want in a relationship. So that's why I had to pursue. I put her in my trunk, and I got the hell out of there, and now we're a happy couple.
How did you know he was the one?
Well, I don't know, like we just clicked so well, like, cause I mean, we did know each other, like he said, pretty much like forever, but he had like left for a while and I hadn't seen him in a really long time and he had came back, and, we just started talking and it just flowed so well. And it just felt so natural and just so right. And we just became friends, pretty much instantly.
That's very important.
Yeah. We were friends for, like actual close friends, talking like, pretty much like every day for years before, actually being together. Sure. So once that happened, it just meshed like so well. And, I was like, I really can't imagine not having this person around or not being able to talk to this person all the time. So
for sure.
Yeah.
I apologize about the shower thing earlier. we were arguing in the shower because I mispronounced words and she just persecuted me. But
he does it intentionally because he knows that I'm going to be irritated by it, and then he twists it to make it seem like I'm causing the problem.
You sound like a crazy person. Sorry. All right.
Sorry.
You guys are so cute. Okay, get ready to play the dating game?
Yes, we got our boards. We're ready. Let's
do this. Okay. So we're gonna start off easy, right? Okay. What is their favorite color?
Oh, I'm gonna get it right. I remember.
This is a quiz.
Favorite color?
I
think I know for the most part what it is. I know you have two of them, and I think this one's more than the other. I'm gonna put my second.
It's like things all the time, and so he's like, "What? If someone were to ask me that, I was gonna get it wrong." And I'm like, yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, ready? Flash it.
All right. Mine says green or orange.
Mine says purple.
She's absolutely right.
You're right.
I'm right. Yeah.
Okay. What is your partner most afraid of?
Oh, okay.
This is so fun.
All right, I know she's gonna get that right. But you got it better. All right, cool.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
So hers is
snakes.
Snakes.
Oh, okay.
Spiders.
Are they right?
They are right.
They are right. I am terrified.
Okay. We're on the roll so far. Okay. Who was the most clean?
Who's the most clean?
Ooh.
All right, I got one.
I'm curious.
I really hope I don't start a fight tomorrow.
Yeah, you practice the fight. I see the
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, flash it.
Me! What'd you write?
I said both.
She said both. I said me.
I think we're both pretty clean people, but I think we're also both equally messy people.
True. That's good. That's a good balance. Super good balance. Okay.
Don't.
What subject was your partner the worst at in school?
Say that one more time.
What subject was your partner the worst at in school?
What was we the worst at in school?
Well, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
History, science. What else did we learn? English. What did we learn in school? I don't even remember.
History.
You're perfect in school, so I don't know. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, I got you. I don't know if I'm
ready?
right.
You guys writing this super fast. Okay, ready? Go.
All right. So what did you write?
I said math.
She's absolutely right. Still suck at that. I wrote gym for you.
Gym. I didn't have gym. Okay, so I guess we could technically say that I did have to take it senior year because I was in like an advanced program and then I got out of it because it was awful. So I was required to take gym in order to pass high school because I didn't have to take it before. But I was like barely there. So I guess technically, but I still passed.
You barely took it and you got out of there. I
guess. I guess we'll go with that. That's fine.
So are you guys totally random? Are you guys from Tampa?
No. We're from Panama City. We just live in Tampa.
It's like northern Florida in the Panhandle. It's like 2 hours from Tallahassee.
But like you guys live here now?
Yeah. We've been here for 2 years now.
So we're neighbors?
Where do you
live?
I'm in Tampa.
You're in Tampa?
We're in New Tampa.
We're over there off of Bruceby Downs.
Can we hang out?
Yeah.
Where do you?
Oh my God! I will die happy if we can hang out.
I did not know you were in Tampa.
What?
I never knew that.
Oh no!
You know what? Now that this makes sense. So I saw on Facebook you're friends with a guy named River.
Yes.
How do you know River? I used to work with River.
How do I know River? How do I know River? I don't know. Gosh. I mean, like, I'm an actor, so like we all know gay people, so.
Oh,
gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I used to work with him, so.
Yeah, we're
really?
Yeah, I worked with him at Starbucks. I worked at Starbucks for like a year.
He did work at Starbucks.
He left Starbucks.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta kick it. I didn't know you lived here. Yeah, we gotta kick it.
Yes.
We totally.
Okay. What frustrates your partner most about you? Don't write an essay.
All right.
I really hope I don't make this. I don't cause any fights for tomorrow. Okay.
I might get kicked out. Might have to go back to my mom's house with this answer.
All right, ready?
Yeah. I hope I'm right. You go first. What does it say? My birthday?
My questions.
Oh, your
questions.
I asked him a lot of questions, and sometimes he's just like, I don't know. I don't know.
That is facts.
Is that right?
That is. I mean, I'll accept that answer.
So what was your answer?
I mean, yours. Oh, you want me to give you yours?
Yeah. I want to know what your answer was.
Why are you asking me these?
Okay.
All right, we see you better now.
1 second. I'm gonna lock you on, lock you guys back in. Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, don't move. Wait. You guys hear me?
Now we can hear you and see you. Yeah.
Okay. I
So
apologize. So the last question was something that your partner frustrates you with, and then it was your turn, Ian.
Yeah.
Wait, so it isn't supposed to be what?
What frustrates me about you? Or
Yes.
What I frustrate you about?
Yes.
What you would be frustrated about you, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
So I'm the one frustrating you.
Yes.
Oh.
What is it about you that frustrates me?
Oh, I put what frustrates you about me. I put unfolded clothes.
No, I know that.
Oh, okay. So me. So my answer, probably in the morning when I'm yelling at Isaiah. She's probably frustrated like a motherfucker. We just don't address that. Is that going?
I mean, that's a pretty good one.
Distracting you from your work.
What?
Yes.
Like this. She already has a list in her head. Okay. What song best describes your partner?
That is so hard.
I got you. I got this one.
Be nice. I feel like you guys are being so mean to each other. Jasmine Sullivan. Bust the window out your car.
It ain't that extreme.
I don't know.
Right,
This is very...
I got it. And this is describing her, right?
Yes. Yes. You guys are so funny.
Think of one.
Oh, I'm tired.
I'm sorry.
I got mine.
Okay. I'll do nice. I'm gonna do a really nice one.
Mine was nice too.
I didn't say
You were looking for a bad one?
No.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I wasn't looking intentionally for a good or a bad one. I just thought of a really good one.
All right, ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Did you see
All right.
No, I didn't see it.
What are your answers?
So yours is coffee? Oh, is that by
Miguel?
Miguel? Okay. So I got
Oh.
Snoop Beautiful. Beautiful by Snoop Dogg. Beautiful.
Aww. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, okay. What villain best describes your partner?
Best feeling.
Villain.
Oh, villain. Oh.
Villain. He's writing really fast.
Why you got two questions?
Because you're answering it really fast.
I already knew this one.
Alright. Okay.
All right, we're ready.
All right, ready? Flash it.
Flash it. All right. She got Killmonger. Is that what she wrote?
That's what
I thought that about myself.
That's a really good villain.
I got Catwoman.
Um,
You know, because she's a villain, but
what a compliment.
yeah, it's like
That's good. She's like my favorite DC character.
she is, and she actually was Catwoman one time, and she was pretty hot in it. But why I say Catwoman is because like Batman, that's a Batman villain, but he's still like you want to fuck her and stuff. So like, yeah, you're a villain. I might let you go. I like you. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked Killmonger because I feel like you're just not a villain type of person, and I feel like he wasn't a villain type of person until he like felt the need to be.
Yeah. He's not naturally. He just that triggered in him later in life.
Observation, not a question I sent you guys. I apologize. Feel free to not answer it. But like I've noticed with your videos, because like I said, I watch your. I'm a part of your cult, so I've noticed that like you guys look at each other to approve. Is what I'm saying okay? Is that intentional?
I don't think so. I didn't notice that. Is that
Like you're doing it right now.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know if it's for that reason. I feel like I don't I'm not a good person. I'm not good at like looking at the camera. For me, I think is a big part of it. But I also just feel like when I'm listening to people, I just have a tendency to like turn and like look at them to like acknowledge that I'm listening to them. So I think it's like I think of the two.
Yeah.
I'm not really the face of anything, so it's not really my strong suit.
And I guess on my point of view with that too, it's like when you run in a show, sometimes you gotta like coordinate and direct on top of running the show. So I might look at her like, hey, it might be your time to answer this or something like that. Like I said, she's like naturally kind of a shy person. That might be like, hey, what do you think about this? That's just, you ever been on a show where nobody's giving you nothing? It sucks, right? You're just talking and they're like, you know. So I used to have to do that with my guests sometimes. Like, you know, I have to give them a little bit more to get something out of them. And not saying she has that problem. That's just like natural for me. Like, what do you think about this?
True. Okay. If your partner could spend a month in space or in a submarine, which would they spend it? Okay, bro, that's super fast. Okay, what'd you guys say?
I said space. What'd you say?
Space.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why did you guys both say that?
Well, I mean, they both scare the hell out of me. I'm claustrophobic, so I don't really want to go either one. But I feel like space, at the end of the day, it'd be something like, it'd be more of an experience. People have gone underwater before. I mean, there's still places that we've not discovered. But going in space, there's like only a handful of people, less than a handful of people that's done that. So if I'm going to give my time of my life to something out of those two, it'd be space. What if I hit an alien or something? That's cool. It's more, you know, an alien than the Loch Ness monster eating my butt up, you know?
Why did you say space for him?
I feel like I feel like you answered for yourself. But
I did, sorry. Why would you though, I guess?
So the reason I picked it for him was I just don't think he likes water that much.
Not really.
So and for myself I don't think that I don't know, I would much rather, I think, just like die almost instantly if that were to happen out in space versus having to drown.
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
Yeah, dying in space is a way cooler way to die than drowning. Drowning
is so terrifying. So yeah,
I dig that.
No.
I get that. Good point.
You guys are so funny. Okay. Did I already do this? If your partner had any superpower, what would it be?
You're answering for me, right?
I'm answering for you. I base this answer off on nothing. I just a guess.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I guess.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. We're ready.
Ready? All right, and flash it.
Cool. What'd you write? Fly? I wrote read minds.
Ooh.
Oh.
You're looking at me like you trying to read my mind, aren't you?
Why did you say fly?
The other day, Isaiah said, "Dad, do you ever think about what it would be like to fly?" And he said, "Yeah, all the time."
So you cheated. You already knew the answer then.
All the time. It's so funny. Okay.
I don't know if that would be your first pick, though.
Nah.
What's your favorite? You don't have to write this down. It's audibly out loud. What's your favorite memory with your partner?
Ooh, my favorite memory with you. I mean, we have a picture of this thing called the Color Vibe where we did like it was a 3K? 5K. We did a 5K together. One of our like dope memories that we had doing a 5K together. I also like when we used to just drive around the city, just driving by and there's a spot that we used to go to and look at the stars. It was really cool. It's just like in the middle of nowhere. Probably a place black people shouldn't be hanging out, just in the middle of the woods. It was dope.
We should not have been there.
Yeah, but I enjoy just the driving around and vibing with her. We don't do that here in Tampa because we don't know much about this area or know people here. But where we're from in a smaller town, it was cool. We would just do that. We just
you didn't have to get on an interstate or anything to go anywhere because it's literally just like smaller highways, like 2-lane highways is about all you get there.
Right.
It was a lot easier to do stuff like that there.
So those are probably my favorite memories with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, the color vibe is pretty up there because I feel like that is definitely something that kind of sparked like our friendship. Because we had a lot of time to just like spend like together and just talking, and getting to know each other like better. Let's see what else. I really enjoyed our trip to New York. For Christmas 2 years ago, he surprised me with tickets to go to New York. So we were there for New Year's, and that was really, really fun. First time I was ever on a plane too, so it was a lot of new experience.
What?
Yeah. Let's see. First kiss is a big one.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
What happened?
I feel like if you say it out loud, it sounds so extra and made up almost.
Say it.
So
I got it. Yeah. You tell the story because you're gonna tell it wrong. But go ahead.
Whatever. So he had been in a car accident, like a bad car accident where they were like if they were going any faster, like he could have been like hurt really, really bad or worse. But he luckily wasn't. He walked out fine, but the car was like totaled. And it scared me really, really bad, and I was like super upset about it. And I was like, I just really need to like see you. So we went and we met up, just like in like a park, and it was just so natural. Like I think we were both just like ready for it to happen, and just everything that had happened that day was just very, very stressful, and it felt just really nice. But the crazy part about it is not only was like the circumstance kind of weird, but it had started raining. So our first kiss happened in the rain, which I feel like is so dramatic and like movie-ish. But that happened. And the part that he's gonna say, that's wrong.
And then she put her tongue in my mouth. I wasn't doing all that.
He did it. She
put her tongue in my mouth.
A debate.
No. I was the one that I initiated the kiss. I'll admit that. But then she's like, "Oh, we doing that?" That is what happened.
So there's a debate about who did that, but it was.
Oh wow! You guys are so cute. Okay. So with me, like you, stalk you, follow you, all that fun stuff.
You can find my stuff. You can find me at Instagram and Twitter at _controversity, or you could go to youtube.com/thecontroversity and check out our stuff, man. You know, it's me and Toddy. We talking about pop culture, hip hop, all the trending stuff, and join the conversation. And hopefully we can have Ashley on the show.
Yeah.
We would love to have you on one of the live streams.
Don't say that. I'll throw up right now. Don't say that. And then final question, because you guys have such a great content, great followers who are so positive, and I would like your advice as content creators. What can I do better?
Oh, great. So this is what I used to do stand-up comedy, and this is what a comedian told me one time. He was listening to this interview with Eddie Murphy. We talked about him earlier. Somebody asked him, what's the best advice to be a comedian? So I'm going to base this around being a content creator. The best advice is no advice, because everything doesn't work for everybody else. His example was he went to Rodney Dangerfield and did his act, and Rodney Dangerfield said Eddie Murphy was too dirty and he'll never be a great comedian. Obviously, Eddie Murphy is one of the best comedians of all time now. So he went and saw Rodney Dangerfield years later and said, "What's up, Rodney?" And Rodney said, "Hey, who knew? I didn't know anything." You know. So I say this story to say that I looked up to a lot of people that gave me advice, but didn't give me all the advice that I felt like I needed at times. Not because I felt like they were trying to purposely stop me. It's just because they didn't have their right advice for me. I had to go get it myself. And that's why I try to help other people out that I didn't get the same help with. But at the end of the day, all the help I'm giving you is I can't make you a great personality in front of a camera. That's naturally, that's all you. So if whatever you like, do it in a passionate way, and just don't lose yourself in the passion too. That's my suggestion right there. Don't become a robot to this, like, hey, I gotta get likes and gotta get views. Don't get lost in the sauce, baby. Don't forget to have fun. I'm having fun, whether you watch it or not. So that's my biggest advice right there. Is no advice. Don't forget to have fun, and yeah, be yourself. That corny shit.
This was like one of the highlight of my 2021. Thank you guys so much for talking with me.
Well, I appreciate you for inviting us, for sure.
Thank you guys so much, and I'll message you guys later, and hopefully we'll talk again later on this year.
I got
Absolutely.
you. I got you.
We're gonna have to get together.
Let me do my Ashley impression.
Hey guys!
Hey guys! I'm dancing. I'm dancing. Oh yeah, we be watching you. Hey.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.
Hey,
bye.
Hey, support this queen. Seriously, support this queen.
Yeah.